Hello, this is Greg Marcos from the Canadian Coptic Foundation. I want to talk about Bill C-10, which is being forced through Parliament by the Liberal government. This piece of legislation is a direct threat to our freedom of speech. It's just the latest example of how the left is trying to take away our basic rights and freedoms. Minister for Canadian Heritage, Stephen Guilbeault, said that the government needs to force web giants to pay their fair share when it comes to Canadian content. How is the government going to accomplish this? Well, they want to give the CRTC, which is a tribunal of unelected bureaucrats, new powers to regulate online services. For the first time ever, the CRTC will have the power to judge every user video, every podcast, and every website. This bill could change what we read, hear, and watch online. Freedom of speech is a cornerstone of a healthy democracy. We already know that freedom of speech is under attack around the world. People are being bullied into keeping quiet. Anyone who dares to say anything that goes against the mainstream narrative is being canceled. It was announced that Bill C-10 would establish a legal framework for what the government considers illegal content. Should we trust that politicians will not use these new powers to limit freedom of speech? Well, it was the Minister of Heritage himself who was quoted as saying that federal regulators should have the authority to block or shut down websites that say hurtful things about politicians and public servants. Are we going to eventually reach a point where citizens are not going to be allowed to criticize politicians when they do something wrong? If that's the case, democracy is finished. Thousands of Canadian soldiers died to protect our way of life and preserve our freedoms. And here we are, voluntarily giving up the right to express ourselves just to pacify the totalitarian tendencies of the left. Let's call out the Liberals and tell them that we want to keep our rights while we still can. Thank you.